Ciao, how's it going? Good morning or afternoon. It's, what day is it? It's Friday, April the 4th. Wow, it's already April. Where's the year gone? Probably not the most scenic places to start, but here we are. I'm in Da Nang. I've been here for almost a week now. I got here on Sunday afternoon, and I'm currently walking to a little vintage second-hand shop, just to have a look, see what they've got. So I've been here almost a week. I originally planned on only being here for 3 or 4 nights, but I really like it. We'll go down this alleyway. It's got a really nice beach, which I'll do another vlog tomorrow or Sunday, and show you the beach. They've got some nice attractions. I went up to a place called Marble Mountain, which has all these karst mountains and pagodas and temples. The other day I went up to Son Tra Mountain, which is also known as Monkey Mountain. I did a hike up there, which was a nice winding road. Saw some monkeys in the flesh, which I saw some really big ones, which they scare me. Actually, all monkeys scare me, so I didn't want to get too close to take a photo or two. Saw some goats as well, baby goats. I actually thought they were cows, but my sister informed me they were goats. They were pretty cool. But as you got up to the top, like it was about a 600 meter hike up in elevation. As you get up to the top, it gets all foggy and you don't really see much of the city, which is a bit of a shame. But other than that, just been exploring the city. The city is cut in the middle by a big river. So you've got the beach side, which is where I'm staying. I'll show you my accommodation at some stage as well. I'm staying in a fairly decent apartment for, I don't know, it's $20 a night or something like that. And then you've got the river and the bridge, and then you've got the downtown side of the city, which is a little older, a little more run down. What I really like about Da Nang is it's actually quite modern when you compare it to a lot of the cities I've been to up north. It's got a really vibrant nightlife. Not sure where I'm actually going. We'll go right. It's got a really vibrant nightlife. A lot of cafes, which I was quite surprised by. Like, we're not talking just local cafes, but specialty roaster cafes and more sort of cafes that you'll find in Australia, which has been really nice to see. Get a lot of digital nomads around here. I've met a few Australians. As well that are working here remotely, which has been interesting speaking to them about their experiences. And it's just seems like a really happening city, which I quite like. So my plan is to spend another couple of nights here, and I've booked a train to head down south next Tuesday. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more nights here, which will be good. Before here, my last video I was in Phong Na from memory. After that vlog, thanks. It's always a lottery crossing the roads here. just got to be assertive and expect that the traffic will stop for you. Yeah, so my last vlog, the following day rained all day, so I didn't really do too much. I took it as an admin day, caught up on some stuff online that I needed to do, like sort out my next movements, and actually just rested. I'd spent basically 2 weeks just moving around every couple of days and got sick of doing that, so it was a good opportunity just to chill out, watch some football, started watching White Lotus season 3, which has been an absolute shit show so far. I'm only 3 episodes into it, but absolutely nothing has happened in the 3 episodes. Started watching The Righteous Gemstones as well. Keep hearing about it on a particular sport podcast that I watch and listen to, and how funny and brilliant it is. So started to see one of those bigger bars here, brewing bar. Yeah, I've started watching that, so I'll keep you updated on my thoughts on that one. Yeah, so Phong Na, and then got the bus here to Da Nang. That was basically a day lost because the bus is another 7 or 8 hours, and I did actually intend to film that bus ride. I'm glad I didn't, because I was on one of the most squishiest bus rides I've ever been on. It was in these tight little bed spaces. It wasn't fun at all. But yeah, got down in Da Nang and it's been great since. Tomorrow I plan on going to a town called Hoi An. It's about 35 kilometers from Da Nang, so just be a little day trip. It's been difficult finding information how to actually get there online. I attempted to go yesterday and failed. There should be a local bus that you can catch. Now, tickets one way are about, I think, $2 or $3. But when I checked on Google Maps, I went to the bus stop, which was near where I'm staying, expecting to catch the bus from there, and it turned out that you have to book a seat, but it was more of like a private bus. So if I understand the different blog posts that I've read since then, I can just go to the main bus station here in Da Nang, which is about 8 or 9 kilometers away from where I'm staying, so I can just hop on the back of a Grab motorbike for $1 or $2 and catch the bus from there. It's about a 1 hour bus ride, and like I said, it should only cost $2 or $3. So we're going to attempt that tomorrow morning and see how we go. Hoi An is meant to be extremely touristy, which I don't particularly like, but yeah, it might be a nice little change of scenery. It's supposed to be like an old ancient town, so it'd be interesting to have a look at, see how we go. Also, I visited a few of the markets around here. There was a night market that I went to, which wasn't too bad. They all seem to have, all the stores just seem to have the same stuff, you know, whether it be clothes or souvenirs and whatnot. And the souvenirs weren't great quality, which is why I didn't bother buying any. I want to buy like at least one souvenir in each country that I visit for people back home. But if I'm going to buy it, I want it to be decent quality, not just something that will be broken or, you know, wear apart. So yeah, didn't buy any souvenirs. Unfortunately, there's like a big eating area there, and a lot of it's seafood or barbecue. Again, it was all the same. Like each store had the exact same stuff, and it reminded me a lot of Turkey, where a lot of the store owners will stand out the front and they're just trying to get you in for your business. So they're just basically yelling at you with their menus, and you just walk down this corridor. You know, if you haven't been in that situation before, it might be very intimidating for you. I've learned to just ignore them and keep walking and just say no. But yeah, it's not a great experience. So I've got an intense chocolate cookie. See how it is. Not bad. As some of you may know, one of my weaknesses are baked goods, especially cookies. Probably my favorite of anything. And I've sampled some of the bakeries here in Vietnam, and they've been just average. You know, like banana breads and biscuits and like little Asian cakes, and they've just been lacking in flavor. Maybe they actually feel like they're lacking in sugar, which is probably a healthier thing, but yeah, it's just not quite there. But this cookie, it's not too bad. Cost 27,000 dong. It's a intense chocolate cookie, so that's like what, let's say $1.50. Yeah, I rate it. Just one of the little food stalls there. Kids. Also, I didn't film in the vintage second-hand shop. They asked not to film. I have noticed that in a couple of places here in Vietnam. When I was in Phong Nha, I went to the national park and I actually wanted to film. There was a little, there where you buy your ticket, there was a little like restaurant, family run restaurant where you could get food, and they were just cooking out the back outside. They were cooking all the food on coals, and so I asked them whether I could film, because I just thought it would be interesting content to see how they actually cook the food, but they asked not to. And same there, when I walked into the shop, I asked whether I could film, and she asked not to, so that's fine. Just an observation, I guess. So no plans today. I am making my way to a sports bar for the afternoon to watch some football, but it's a bit of a walk away, so just along my way now I randomly spotted at what looks like a market, so we'll have a quick look through here, see what's for sale. Yeah, my daily routine while being here in Da Nang is waking up fairly early, 6:30, 7. See, selling slippers just by the roadside, flowers. Fruit. I've had no problems crossing the road yet, no accidents, but there has been one or two little close calls, whether that's me not looking or drivers just not slowing down. Yeah, my routine. So I've been waking up fairly early and then going down to the beach. Long walk along the sand. 1 or 2 of the mornings I've gotten in the water. It is still pretty cold though. It's been like mid-20s here. Unfortunately, it hasn't been really hot. So the water's still been freezing cold at that time of the morning as well. But it's really cool. The beach gets pretty busy that early. A lot of people playing, like whether it be volleyball or doing yoga or running, whatever. So that's been really nice to see. See people here parking their motorbikes. When I looked up markets, I didn't notice this one, so interesting to see fresh vegetables. Bananas. So I think that's 15,000 a kilo, which is less than $1. I see a lot of these caged birds. Sleeping. Fresh seafood. I'll show you at some point some of the seafood restaurants that have these big fish tanks set up in the actual restaurant, and you can just go and pick what you want and then they cook it up and put it on your plate. I was reading that when you're down at Da Nang Beach, if you go down there early enough in the morning, probably talking 4:30, 5 a.m, a lot of the fishermen come in by that time, and that's where they bring in all their seafood. So I'm guessing that's where a lot of this produce is coming from. All your fresh eggs. Just a really basic market, but tofu, I'm not a fan. Yeah, basic market in the streets of Da Nang. Super cheap. And you'll find just about anything you want. Hello, how are you? I had one of those balls yesterday. It's got sesame on the outside, and on the inside there's, someone told me what it was. It's like a sort of like a puree. No, not a puree, but like a bit like those chestnut cakes that I had, but it's not chestnut. Inside the filling, it's quite soft. Yeah, it's pretty tasty. I like it, especially when it's hot and fresh. And you've got all these little stalls inside if you want jewellery, if you want to get a haircut. So all these food places here, you can sit down and eat. They'll make it up fresh for you. No thanks. You can get all types of smoothies, fruit drinks. Hi. No thanks. Picked up a bag of dried mangoes for, that was 60,000 dong, so that's like $4 I think. They say no sugar. I'm guessing it just mean no added sugar, which is good. Back home it's actually quite expensive. This is a big bag, so it should last me a few days. Should also add, last night after dinner I stopped by one of the little, so near where I'm staying there's a couple of streets of just full of bars, restaurants, cafes, and there's a few along there that do like all your shakes, juices, things like that. So I had an avocado smoothie last night, which was delightful. For any of my subscribers that live in Sydney, go to Cabramatta and get one of those made. This one just had avocado and some vanilla ice cream in it. It's very thick, but yeah, beautiful. Oh, and milk as well, obviously. So yeah, we'll move on to the next spot. Also, I just want to say thanks to everyone that's subscribed to my channel, and anyone that watches these vlogs. I will try to be a little more consistent. Some days I just can't be bothered pressing the record button. I just want to cruise around and explore without talking to a camera or thinking about what to show on camera. So yeah, thanks to everyone that's subscribed, and never actually thought I'd be saying this, but please, if you do watch these videos, comment, hit like and subscribe. It'll help the channel grow, which I would like to do over the coming months during my travels and seeing where that takes me. Oh, that mango is actually really good. Feels like it's just been cut up and left to dry out just for a couple of days, maybe at most. Not quite sure how the process works, but definitely nothing added to it, and it smells and tastes really fresh, like it's just been cut up and, you know, maybe only left out for a day or something. So really happy with that. Got a big bag of it, so maybe like 2 or 3 mangoes worth. Yeah, not bad. Got little coffee places just by the street. Another one. You can see the prices are even for that place because we're a little bit away from the beach now, and prices are only like 5 or 10,000 dong less here, which, you know, for us isn't anything, but definitely noticeable. I'm not entirely sure what that is. It's a pretty big house. Maybe could even be a school. I see the schools here all seem to be gated like that, although the gates are open. Another thing I've noticed is the school kids seem to get up super early to go to school. We're talking 6 a.m. You can see them all dressed in uniforms heading off to school. I'm not entirely sure what time they finish, but I've seen some of them, like parents pick them up late afternoon, so must do really long days. These guys must be building up maybe a retaining wall or something. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Oh, hi.
Say hi to YouTube. I've also changed the frame rate on these videos. I was going at 30 frames per second. I've changed it up to 50. I had some feedback that the image quality was a bit choppy, especially when there was a lot of moving. So see how that goes. Hopefully it comes out alright. I probably should have brought my microphone and clipped that on, because with how loud it is in the streets with the cars and motorbikes and honking. So we'll see how that turns out with the sound. And lastly, my plans. So been going back and forth on this. My visa got a visa for Vietnam, which was for 6 weeks, I think 45 days. That runs out on May the 1st. I had actually planned on only staying here for a month and then leaving to go to Thailand for 2 weeks, just over 2 weeks. Go up the north, Chiang Mai in that area. But really enjoyed Vietnam. So I think what I'm going to do is stay here till the end of my visa or just before it, and then fly to Bangkok for a couple of days, because I've already booked a flight from Bangkok to India. That'll be the next destination. So yeah, I'm going to stay here till the end of April, so it'll be basically 6 weeks in Vietnam. I'm going to continue making my way down south. On Tuesday we've got a train heading down to Nha Trang, which is another beach resort or another beach coastal city. Apparently the beach down there is nicer than here in Da Nang, which is good, but it's also apparently has much more tourists there. Being told there's a lot of Russian tourists, which isn't a problem, but just is what it is. But yeah, there'll be a few things that I want to check out around there. And then, given that I'll have more time, almost a month left here, or 3 weeks, I'll go to a few more of the little unknown villages on my way to Ho Chi Minh City, where we'll end the Vietnam part of this trip. So yeah, it's provided I don't change my mind again in the next day or two. So we're approaching Dragon Bridge, which crosses over the Red River, and that separates the beach side of Da Nang to the downtown, I guess, old part of the city. Now I'll try and slip in a photo when I edit this video to give you a better display of it. But it was built in 2013, and it's about 650 meters long, and it has 6 lanes in total, but 3 on each side. And according to Wikipedia, it cost $88 million US. On Saturday and Sunday nights at 9 PM, they've actually got like a little fire show. So you'll see at the head there, they have fire spitting out of that. Obviously each night they light it up, illuminate it, so it's a pretty cool view. We'll see, maybe tomorrow night I'll come back here and video that. Rookie error, definitely should have brought the mic. Just lastly for this one, it's probably the end of this vlog, because it's just more of a catch-up vlog. Like I said earlier, we'll try to do more regular ones. I mean, I'd like to do daily, but I need to get into the habit of doing that, so for now we'll try and do another one tomorrow as we go to Hoi An. Fingers crossed. If anyone watching this is thinking about going somewhere and wants to go somewhere that's affordable, interesting, plenty of activities, nice weather, highly recommend Vietnam. Happy to provide any information if you want to leave a comment or send me a private message, and anything that I can't answer. I know someone that will be able to answer basically any question, as they are Vietnamese. So yeah, highly recommend coming here.